So I'm from Berlin, Germany, and about 2.5 years ago, the taxi union in Berlin got really upset about new competition. So Uber, a ride-sharing service, started offering their services, and more and more consumers really liked it because it was half of the price and often better quality of services than the taxis. Thus, taxi drivers all across Europe orchestrated a Europe-wide taxi strike.
Sure, I think I've always been interested in consumer choice. Ever since I was really around 16, I've always been a fan of John Stuart Mill and his principle that we should have liberty of action within our own lives so long as we are not hurting others. And I guess I've never understood the mentality that wishes to control, meddle and interfere in other people's lives.
So taxi drivers in about 20 large cities went on strike. And when I read this in the morning, the day they announced the strike, I just thought this is going to be really interesting because probably there's no one actually trying to counter-protest this strike.
So the Consumer Choice Center is a global initiative that looks to empower consumers and raise awareness about the issues surrounding consumer choice. And so what we mean by that is when government, whether that's federal, provincial, municipal, encroaches on consumer choice, limits consumer access, and ultimately treats adults and adult decisions paternally and acts like consumers' parents.
So I decided to ring up a couple of other friends, and we were 4 people, went to a coffee shop, printed a couple of signs asking for competition in the taxi market. We went to this massive taxi strike rally with 1,000 taxi drivers and 1,000 taxis. And it was just us, a few consumers who actually spoke up and asked for competition.
And so our goal is to raise awareness about those issues, to get people talking about overregulation, to get people talking about what some of the issues are that we're currently facing in the Canadian market, and hopefully getting people to push back and say enough is enough. I think one particularly egregious regulation that we've seen is the proposal to plain package cannabis products as they're legalized.
It's Australia's ban on e-cigarettes containing nicotine. Now, it seems ridiculous that in Australia cigarettes should be legal, but e-cigarettes, which are 95% and more safer, containing nicotine, should be illegal.
The first time I ever went to Canada, I went to a grocery store and saw that a couple of slices of Gouda cheese were 6 or 7 Canadian dollars, something you would get probably for $1.50 in Germany, maybe $2. So far in the field of intellectual entrepreneurs and grassroots organizing, there has not been an organization comprehensively lobbying for consumer choice in Canada and across the world. That's why we decided to set up the Consumer Choice Center to really be the voice of the consumer, not just to reach out to regulators, but also be the voice in media for consumers.
Because when you believe in free markets, you believe in freedom of choice, and that's important for consumers.